from the page, Narada Muni is speaking this verse about Puranjana. So, evam tripanaya buddhya sochantam tad atat arhanam gragitum kitadirenam paya namama padyata. Okay? So, evam, thus, kripanaya, by miserly intelligence, sochantam, lamenting, atat arhanam, on which he should not have lamented, gragitum, in order to arrest, Tridadi, the determined king of Yamanas, Yenam him, Baya Nama, whose name was fear, Abhya Padyata, came there immediately. Although King Purajana should not have lamented over the fate of his wife and children, he nonetheless did so due to miserly intelligence. In the meantime, Yavana Raja, whose name was fear itself, immediately drew near to arrest him. Foolish people, purport and translation by Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Foolish people do not know that every individual soul is responsible for his own action and reaction in life. As long as the living entity in the form of a child or a boy is innocent, it is the duty of the father and mother to lead him to a proper understanding of the values of life. When a child is grown, it should be left up to him to execute the duties of life properly. The parent after his death cannot help his child. A father may leave some estate for his children's immediate help, but he should not overly absorb in thoughts how his family will survive after his death. This is the disease of the conditioned soul. Not only does he commit sinful activities for his own sanctification, he accumulates great wealth to leave behind so that children may also gorgeously arrange for sanctification. In any case, everyone is afraid of death, and therefore death is called bhaya or fear. Although King Purajana was engaged in thinking of the wife and children, death did not wait for him. Death does not wait for any man. It will immediately carry out its duty. Since death must take away all the living entity without hesitation, it is the ultimate God realization of the atheists who spoil the living thinkings of country, society, relatives to neglect the God consciousness. In this verse, the word Atadarhanam is very significant, for it means one should not be overly engaged in welfare activities of family members, countrymen, society, and community. None of this will help a person to advance spiritually. Unfortunately, in present society, present day society, so-called educated men have no ideas what spiritual progress, although they have the opportunity in the form of human form of life to make spiritual progress, and they remain misers. They use their lives improperly. Prabhu, little go up, Prabhu. Little go up. Okay. They use their life improperly and simply waste time thinking about the material welfare of the relatives, countrymen, society, and so on. One's actual duty is to learn how to conquer death. Lord Krishna states the process of conquering death. Janma karma chameyam divyam yovam yobhoti tattvotva. Tektva dekam puna janma neti bhameti sojana. One who knows the transcendent nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in the material world, but attains my eternal abode. After giving up the body, one is fully Krishna conscious, does not accept another body, but return home back to God. Everyone should try to attain this perfection. Unfortunately, instead of doing so, people are absorbed in the thoughts of society, friendship, love, and relatives. The Krishna conscious movement, however, is educating people throughout the world and informing them how to conquer death. Arim minana mrityam taranti. One cannot conquer death without taking shelter of the Supreme Personality of God. Srila Prabhupada, Transcendental Purport ki jai. Hare Krishna. So let us go into the details. Okay. King Puranjana is the son of Prithu Maharaj. We know that. Okay. Not King Puranjana, sorry, King Prachinarbi. Prachinarbi is the son of Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj is an expansion of the Lord, is a partial expansion of the Supreme, is empowered incarnation of the Lord. But however, Puranjana, the Prachinarbi, as his sons were all dedicated. They are the Prachetas, the 10 Prachetas. They became dedicated and they were doing devotional service because Narada Muni has converted them. But Narada Muni was worried about the father of the Prachetas because Prachinarbi was engaged in fruitive activities, always engaged in the material activities, and was killing animals left, right, and center. This was really paining. Usko dard hota tha कि ये उसका फादर डिवोटी है और उसका बच्चा डिवोटी है, ये डिवोटी नहीं बनता है. इसलिए तो कृपणा वत्सला, बिकॉज ही वाज थिंकिंग दैट ही विल बिकम कंपैशन. उसका कंपैशन हो गया, उसका खर्न हो गया, कैसे भी उसको मैं डिवोटी बनाऊं, यही मेरा कर्तव्य. इसलिए ये गोस एंड मीट्स Prachinarbi. And one thing must understand that we cannot expect हम डिवोटी है, हमारा बच्चा डिवोटी बन जाएगा, ऐसा थोड़ी नहीं है. Okay, we have to remember that. Okay, we cannot expect that since we are devotees, our children will be devotees. That is Krishna's discretion. Only Prahlad Maharaj, उसका exception है, उसको 7 generation इधर उधर both वो devotee हो गया. Like Virochana, Bali Maharaj. We are going to discuss about Bali Maharaj. Say वो तो अलग है, वो प्रहलाद महाराज जैसा नहीं है. प्रहलाद महाराज से नेचुरल कृष्णा का अट्रैक्शन. हमारा नेचुरल अट्रैक्शन सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन. हम तो एंजॉय करना है, ये करना है, ये दुनिया में एंजॉय करके मजा करना है, यही हमारा मन में है। वो हमारा मन कृष्णा का सेवा करना नहीं है, इतना नहीं है। इसलिए हमको हमेशा एंजॉय करने का मन है हमेशा। सो वी कैनॉट एक्सपेक्ट आवर चिल्ड्रन टू बिकम डिवोटी, बट हमारा महाराज बोल रहा है हमेशा, हम कैसे हम आप डिवोटी बनाओ बस। यू योरसेल्फ बिकम ए डिवोटी, डिवोटी बनाओ, then automatically the children will fall. And that's what we have to do. समझ गए ना? That's what we have to do. That's very important for us. And here, um, uh, so हमारा डिवोशन सर्विस इज सच, हमारा भक्ति हम इतना बनता है, हमारा जनरेशन भी प्रोटेक्ट हो जाएगा। जस्ट लाइक प्रहलाद महाराज, विरोचना वाज प्रोटेक्टेड, बलि महाराज वाज प्रोटेक्टेड, एवरीबॉडी इज प्रोटेक्टेड, यू नो। सो हमारा डिवोशन सर्विस अच्छा होना चाहिए, सिंसियर होना चाहिए, ध्यान से होना चाहिए, सीरियस होना चाहिए, गंभीर होना चाहिए। गंभीर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, गंभीर है। ये मजा नहीं है चैंटिंग करना, प्रसादम खाना है, बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करना, ये तो मजा काम नहीं है, ये आत्मा के लिए काम है। ओके, दैट्स वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द पेजेस ऑफ द, यही समझना बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट। इसलिए तो हमारा डिवोशनल सर्विस, हमारा पर प्रोटेक्शन, और कृष्णा विल प्रोटेक्ट चिल्ड्रन ऑल्सो। दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द पेजेस ऑफ द। ओके, हमारा हमारा डिवोशनल सर्विस कंटिन्यू होना चाहिए किसी भी परिस्थिति में। हमारा स्थिति अच्छा है, नहीं अच्छा है, मेटीरियल कंडीशन अच्छा नहीं है, कृष्णा तो सर्टिफाई किया ना, ये दुनिया भूतकाल है मशाश, इट्स अ प्लेस ऑफ मिजरी, अशाश्वत, टेम्पररी। और महाराज बोल रहे हैं हमेशा, हमारा दुख है, दुख कंटिन्यू नहीं रहता है, करेक्ट और ओके। हमारा सिस्टर 2017 में मर गया, अभी तो हम उसको याद नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि 8 साल हो गया, भूल गया। वो मिजरी अभी नहीं है हमारा पास, करेक्ट है ना, वो मिजरी चल जाएगा। हमारा फादर इन लॉ डाइड 2019, उसके बारे में हम सोचते ही नहीं है। हम, मेरा वाइफ डजंट रिमेंबर हर फादर आल्सो, बट मदर हैज गॉन नाउ, सो दिस लैमेंटेशन विल बी देयर फॉर सम टाइम, उसके बाद वो भी चला जाएगा। सो हमारा मिजरी भी टेम्पररी होता है। सो ब्यूटिफुल, यू नो, कृष्णा इज सो इंटेलिजेंट, लीगली वेरी वेरी इंटेलिजेंट। बोला दुखालय लिखा है, अशाश्वतम इमीडिएटली लिखा है, इसलिए तो मान जाओ दुखालय होता है, बट फिर भी अशाश्वत, टेम्पररी होता है। हमारा मिजरी भी टेम्पररी, हमारा हैप्पीनेस भी टेम्पररी। सो दिस इज व्हाट, एंड ही डिडंट से सुखालयम अशाश्वतम, ऐसा नहीं बोला, वो दुखालयम अशाश्वतम, ये बहुत सोच के गया। कृष्णा इज उदार दी, ब्रॉडर इंटेलिजेंस, यू नो, कृपण दी नहीं, ये पुरंजना इज कृपण दी, ही इज लैमेंटिंग फॉर हिज फैमिली एंड ऑल, बट हियर इट इज उदारदी, ब्रॉड माइंडेड, ब्रॉडर इंटेलिजेंस। सो कृष्णा इज सेइंग दैट, सो ही नोस। तो इसलिए हम तो दुख तो होता है, बिना दुख से हम जिंदगी नहीं, बहुत दुख है। बिकॉज लास्ट 3 months आई वाज स्ट्रगलिंग विद माय फादर हु हैड अ बैक प्रॉब्लम। सो खत्म हो गया, मैं बोला ओके, माय फादर बिकम ऑल राइट, आई कैन रिलैक्स फॉर सम टाइम, आई कैन एंजॉय सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन। मैं आदमबाकम मेरा फादर है, फादर का घर 3 महीने उधर ही ठहरा, और उसके बाद इधर आया, इधर आके कुछ आराम करेंगे, आराम नहीं है। इमीडिएटली माय मदर इन लॉ वाज एडमिटेड इन हॉस्पिटल, विद इन 4 days ही पास्ड अवे। सो वो एक दुख तो दूसरा दुख ये ऐसा नहीं है, ये सुख नहीं होता। बट फिर भी one thing was in my mind, that I should chant the holy names. I should read Bhagavatam, because my Guru Maharaj wants chanting and Bhagavatam. So I was doing that. And some or other I was trying to do Mangalarati. Okay? Okay? And even the Dukha days also, actually we should not, we remove the deities and kept the deities in somebody's house for 13 days, because we are doing the rituals, because we cannot offer anything Boa to Krishna at the time. So we gave it to some devotees. The moment the 13 days over, we brought it back and we started serving Mangalarati. So this is what we have to understand. And I was reciting Mangalarati over. Please try to do that. Signs circumstances will be there. There is no question of happiness, you know. There is no question of happiness in this material world. I'm to dukh. Almost 8 years I am seeing dukh only. I am not seeing any happiness, you know, in my life. You know, I was enjoying in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi तो बहुत enjoyment था. 23 years devotion service. भक्ति बनाना है, आप घर ऑफिस जाना है, घर में काम करना। ऑफिस में तो झगड़ा होता है, रहता है, झगड़ा होता है, वो सब होता है, बट फिर भी आप घर में आराम से चैटिंग करो, भागवतम पढ़ो और एसोसिएशन करो, बस कलस। बहुत बहुत सीधा साधा था। हम क्या चाहते हैं वो होता था, अभी हम क्या चाहते हैं कुछ नहीं होता। सो इसलिए ऐसा नहीं है, ये ऐसा हमारा इट्स लाइक साउंड वेव्स उसको ऐसा ट्रैवल नहीं करता, ऐसा ट्रैवल करता है। ऐसा ही हमारा लाइफ, आप होता है डाउन होता है, होता है डाउन होता है. सो इसलिए वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट एंड कंटिन्यू द डिवोशनल सर्विस व्हाट एवर द सर्कमस्टेंसेस. ट्राई, आई एम ट्राइंग आल्सो. आई एम नॉट डूइंग, आई एम प्योर डिवोशन. आई एम फाइटिंग विद कृष्णा, व्हाई आर यू पुटिंग मी इनटू डिफिकल्ट. हम तो 23 साल हम इतना चैंटिंग किया, इतना भागवतम पढ़ा, हमको क्यों दुख दे रहे हैं? हमारा सारा 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 पाप तो निकल जाओ, अब क्या है? ऐसा हम बात कर रहे हैं. झगड़ा करता हूं, मैं झगड़ा करता हूं, बट झगड़ा भी करो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बट फिर भी उसको दिल में रहना है तो चैंट करो. ओके, झगड़ा करो कृष्णा, नो प्रॉब्लम. यू फाइट विद कृष्णा, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट चैंट. बिकॉज वी आर नॉट प्योर, हम तो प्योर नहीं है, इसलिए तो हम तो नहीं बोल सकते. आई कैन नॉट टेल प्रभु जी, प्लीज, आई एम टेलिंग फ्रॉम ए कोर ऑफ माय हार्ट. आई कैन नॉट टेल कृष्णा, ओके, दिस इज स्पेशल मर्सी. आई एम नॉट बलि महाराज, आई एम नॉट प्रहलाद महाराज. आई एम ट्राइंग. Krishna is telling us, try to tolerate. And that's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Matara Spashajati Dvasana Sugadukata, Agama Paino, Tam Titikshusha Bharta. Here, Prabhupada says, tolerate nahi. Titikshwa means tolerate. Prabhupada said, just try to tolerate. Just to try. Wahi mangta hai Krishna. That's what Prabhupada wants. Prabhupada knows the mood of Krishna, and that's why he is translating. His translations are exemplary. Please think about it. Please think and contemplate about it. How much he is thinking, you know. So just you see this. Kripanadi, miserly intelligence. Miserly. Kripana. Kripana means miserly. So that's what we have to understand from the pages of the Bhagavatam. So that is one. Now, Narada Muni was very compassionate. Usko to bahut compassion hota hai. He is a Kripana Vatsalam. He was always compassionate to Azadev and everybody. So he came. So, and then he was asking him, everything is okay by fruitive activities. And then Prachin Arbi was a devotee, basically inside devotee. Now he's doing material activities. And then he admits his faults. Just like Karpanya Dosho, Arjuna he admitted. He says that Nam Janami 425 Mahabaho Param Kampatva Dihi Guru Ime Vimalam Jnanam Yenme Muchate Karma Bihi. He says that the king, oh great, intelligence is entangled in fruitive. My intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. And therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of it. मेरे को goal मालूम नहीं है. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement. So, this is the mood of a disciple. Disciple submissively submit. Just like Arjuna told Karpanya Dosho, my miserly intelligence is there. Please, I am Swadimam Prapanna. Prapanna karna hai. Here, Prachin Arbi surrendered to Narada Muni. He was engaged in fruitive activities. He was engaged in animal sacrifice. वो सब कर रहा था, वो यज्ञ सब कर रहा था. बट फिर भी उसका दिल में ये होता है, क्योंकि डिवोटी का मन ऐसा है कृष्ण, उसको मन में तो लगता है ना. हम तो ऐसा सोचा है. अब ऐसा ना, एक दिन में भागवतम में एक पर्टिकुलर श्लोक रोज पढ़ता हूँ. वो श्लोक नहीं पढ़ता है तो रात में सोने के पहले मेरे को दर्द होता है. ये पढ़े नहीं, ये दर्द होता है. दर्द होना चाहिए. ये भागवतम पढ़ना है, नहीं पढ़ा, दर्द होना चाहिए. ये दर्द बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है प्रभु जी. ये दर्द कृष्णा का कृपा वो खींच के लेके आए, खींच के ऊपर से लेके आए. दर्द होना चाहिए. ये चैंटिंग नहीं किया, 16 राउंड्स करना है, आज नहीं किया, 16 माला नहीं किया, सीधे मन में दर्द होना चाहिए. यही बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है प्रभु जी इस माता जी से. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. भक्ति में आगे जाना है. आदरणीय से हम कृपा दिए. हम तो क्या क्या सोचते हैं, ये देखो ये क्या सोच रहे हैं ये. सो किंग रिप्लाइड, एंड देन दिस इज व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो नारद मुनि अंडरस्टूड. उसको मन में तो लग गया, ये तो इंटेलिजेंस तो ठीक नहीं है, मन में ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक नहीं है. उसको मैं सीधा बोलो ऐसा करो तो उसको ठीक नहीं जाएगा, उसको टेढ़ा करना पड़ेगा. I have to go via room. So easily he took the story of Puranjana and told him the full story. Once he tells the Puranjana, he will understand. And that's why Prachinarbi understands on daily basis. And finally he understood that he is Puranjana. He is also a Puranjana. Puranjana, that which pervades. So that's why he told the Puranjana story. The Puranjana was enjoying the opulence. He was having the wife. He was enjoying the life. And Avidnyata, super soul, was accompanying him. But he was ignoring the super soul. He was enjoying the city of 9 gates. उसको तो बहुत एंजॉयमेंट कर रहा था, बहुत मजा कर रहा था. हम तो मजा करते हैं ना, यंग एज में मजा करता था. वो ये मजा करो, वो मजा करो, ये करो. अबू धाबी में दुबई जाओ, उधर जाओ, मरीना माल जाओ, बटुटा माल जाओ, इबन बटुटा माल, उधर माल, वो माल, ये माल, जाके 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 क्या फायदा है? कुछ फायदा नहीं, पैसा खर्च होता है, बस कुछ नहीं। सो हम तो इबन बटुटा माल, वो बटुटा माल, ये बटुटा, मरीना माल, ये सब जाके 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 हमारा सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन होता है। सेम वे पुरंजना was wasting time. I was also wasting time in Abu Dhabi. So we are wasting time, टाइम चला जाता है। और जरा होता है, देन काला कन्या आता है, यवना आता है, यमराज आता है, देन प्रॉब्लम कम्स। When the Yamaraj comes and attacks, the Kalakanya come and that attack the city of nine gates. The city of nine gates is the nine holes we have in this body. It attacked and the senses become very, very weak. हमारा मेरा ईयर थोड़ा कम हो गया, सो मेरा ईयर सब कुछ कम हो गया, अटैक्ट, एंड देन दे अटैक्ट वेरी बैडली and they killed the children and all, and this is created big because the whole kingdom was devastated by Kalakanya and Yavana. Yavana is nothing but Yamaraj and Kalakanya. Kalakanya means time factor. वो Kalakanya आया, जरा आया, सब कुछ बया आया, बया भी आता है ना उसके साथ। ये तो उसको चाचा भतीजा देता है ना, फियर भी आता है ना, डेथ आता है तो फियर होता है, Actually, my wife is fearful now. She saw in the 4 days mother-in-law suffering and leaving the body, become very fearful. It is in her mind, the fear. She is fearful that I may also die. This fear is there. So हमारा death नहीं होना चाहिए. So the fear of death is there. So उसका इतना ग्रिप हो गया fear. And हमारा महाराज जा रहा था 2010 में, कविचंद्र महाराज आया। कविचंद्र महाराज आया, महाराज अब कैसे है? महाराज बोला है, मैं तो वृंदावन, गोलोक वृंदावन जाने को टिकट खरीदा है, मैं ट्रेन में बैठा है, ट्रेन लेके जाएगा, मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। महाराज was chanting the holy names when he was leaving the body. Hey Krishna, Hare Krishna. He was vibrating Krishna's names. And you won't believe it. There was a scar when they were doing the samadhi, they found out a scar here. And there was a skin opening and there was a small hole. The soul left the body through this. And through this, it is a very, very high level of exiting the body. Usually, the soul leaves the body through ears, eyes, usually anus. But in my Maharaj case, there was a small hole, and Bhakti Charu Swami showed that you should be a great person. He's not an ordinary living entity. He was sharing with us. Bhakti Charu Swami was doing the final rites. Bhakti Charu Swami and Gopal Krishna Maharaj all were doing the final rites. Bhakti Charu said that he is Kapala Moksha. This is a very high. So Maharaj was saying, I am ready to go. Maharaj was not afraid. And therefore and Parichamada was not afraid. So that's why Prabhupada was never afraid. He was just subsisting on grapes, grape juice. 6 months from May 1977 to December 1977, November 1977, November 14, he was subsisting on grape. And the Ayurvedic doctor said that you should be having excruciating pain. Why is he tolerating? I don't know. But he was just tolerating. Just try to tolerate, he says, but he was tolerating. Matra Sparshan Shri Dosh Nagod. That is Prabhupada. So Prabhupada proved. And he was dictating purports with full consciousness. If you subsist on juice for 6 months, can you dictate purports? वो तब बेड में भेजेगा, हमारा जिंदगी हो गया ऐसा बोलेंगे हम तो मर रहे हैं, हम परपोर्ट्स क्यों लिखेंगे? परपोर्ट्स कुछ नहीं लिखेंगे। हमारे परपोर्ट्स क्या होता है? ये बैंक अकाउंट में, वो बैंक अकाउंट में, वो बैंक अकाउंट, वो सब करते हैं। So this is what we have to understand, that it's very important, and therefore, and also one more thing we have to understand, that we have to understand one thing, that that while cultivating, Narada Muni was very intelligent, so he was lamenting, and this lamenting is creating a lot of problem. Kalakanya attacked, so this is what we have to understand. Kalakanya attacked, and this is what the problem is. So we are also attacked by time factor, because now my hearing on this side is a little less than this. So I keep the phone here. I don't keep the phone here. So 63-year-old, so I'm losing one by one senses. Just like the city of 9 gates of Puranjana was attacked, it will be attacked for all of you. You are all young people. Now you think everything is all right. My hands is okay, leg is okay, ear is okay, eyesight is okay, but it is going to go. So everybody is going to become old. Jara is going to attack us. Kalakanya is going to attack us. यही जरूरी है। ये तो हम तो you cannot avoid it. Kalakanya is going to attack us. So that's why we have to be very interested. It's so important that we have to do devotional service, guys. And how to do? It requires austerity. Without doing devotional service, here he is lamenting. ये तो lament करने का time नहीं है. He is lamenting. सोचंतम. And lamentation should not have been done. He is lamenting. Narada Muni is telling Prachinarbi, Puranjana is lamenting. He has got Puranjanas, he has got Puranjani's grandson Puranjani's. Everything is there opulent. Now he should have devoted time for Krishna. Same way Prachinarbi was engaged in photo activities instead of engaging in devotional service. And that is the reason Prabhuji's mother is. I am telling you now, हम अब तो अभी से शुरू करना चाहते हैं. मैं अगले साल और when I become 50 I will read Bhagavatam. नहीं होता. मेरे को मैं ऐसा ही सोचा भागवतम पढ़ूंगा लेट, बट टाइम पढ़ रहे हैं हम, नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, मन नहीं होता, पढ़ने का मन नहीं होता है, क्योंकि अभी तो यंग है. दिस ऑस्टेरिटी ऑफ रीडिंग भागवतम वी शुड डू नाउ बिफोर काला कन्या कम्स, बिफोर आई साइट गोस, वी शुड रीड. करेक्ट? Because when you have become old, when you are blind, you cannot do. Cataract is coming, this is coming, that is coming. So many things are coming to us, हमारा स्वयं प्रभु का people are facing, so many problems are facing. People are facing. सबको problems होता है. इसलिए तो please, 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 मैं विनती करता हूँ, मैं आपको पाँव पड़ता हूँ, please, प्रभु जी, please open Bhagavatam and read this. This Puranjana stories has to be read, has to be meditated upon. Kripanadi means narrow, miserly intelligence. Miserly intelligence means how to understand. I will tell you a nice story. Our Maharaj used to say, what has happened? There was a gold merchant. एक gold merchant था. वो gold बेचता है, हमेशा gold बेचता है. उसको तो उम्र हो गया, 70-80 हो गया, वो बुढ़ापा हो गया और वो about to die. तो बेड में, ने? He was lying on the bed anytime to die. Kala Kanya is going to attack and Yavana is going to come. Yamaraj is going to come and take him. So वो डॉक्टर सब बात कर रहे हैं. डॉक्टर आया, उसको टेम्परेचर बहुत ज्यादा था. उसको टेम्परेचर था 108. और डॉक्टर बोला है इसका चांसेस ऑफ सर्वाइवल इज वेरी लेस, मे बी हाफ एन आवर, 1 day, 2 days. If it persists, he is going to die. He gave some medicine. And then the doctor told 108. ये तो बेहोश में है. He doesn't know. He was in unconscious state. The moment he heard the 108, because he was selling the gold at 60, 70 and all, 60 rupees per, I'm telling you old period, 60 rupees per gram or 60 rupees per 1 sovereign. He was selling, so he was thinking 60 to 108, 48 rupees. इतना पैसा मिलता है. बोलो, he was just like Puranjana was lamenting for his children and family and all. The same way, this gold merchant was lamenting. बोलो, दोनों बच्चों था, उसको लड़की था, सब कुछ था उधर. 2 लड़का, 1 लड़की. बोलो, लड़का, वो दोनों लड़का, वो जाओ. You go to my shop and sell the gold at 108. That is more important. Sell the gold. And then he went and left his bro. इतना conscious lamentation में क्या फायदा? मैं आपको कुछ नहीं किया, ऐसा किया. No, we cannot do anything with the devotees, please. At the time, we have to chant the holy names of Krishna. Nothing, because we are going to manage, nothing is going to happen. My sister is gone. My sister's daughter is managing. She has accepted that. Almost 8 years now. So this is how we think that without me, the children cannot survive. No, everybody is independent. We are thinking we are maintaining the family. That is illusion. Complete illusion. We cannot maintain anybody. Correct? I am thinking I am maintaining my wife. No, Krishna is maintaining. Krishna is the maintainer. भोक्तारम में सर्वलोक मकेश्वर. वो डिसाइड किया, वो बॉडी छोड़ना, हम तो मेंटेन कर सकते हैं बॉडी. Can I protect my wife? Can I protect my son? Can I protect my father? Krishna is protected. My father is 94. My mother is 88. My aunt is 97. कौन protect कर रहा है? Krishna is protected. And we have to thank Krishna that they are protected. We should never think we are maintaining the children. This is illusion. I am giving education to my children. I am giving education. All nonsense. And because of that, we are lamenting. And the same child hits you back. And now the current generation children are very, very caustic in their talk, They don't care for the children. They think that the old people are old age. But Krishna's mercy, I was preaching Krishna consciousness in Abu Dhabi. मैं बोल रहा था फादर मदर को देखना है, मदर इन लॉ फादर इन लॉ को देखना है, ये देखना है, तीरी भेजा है. कृष्णा बोला तीरी मत बोलो, ये तीरी नहीं होता है, प्रैक्टिकल करो. And then Krishna forced me to come to Abu Dhabi, Chennai, And I have to take care of my parents who are old age. I have to take care of my mother-in-law also who are old age. Krishna forced me to learn the lessons. And dealing with old people is very difficult, you know. Each one is different. Except my aunt, she is she's a great soul. Otherwise, very difficult. My father is difficult, my mother is difficult, my mother-in-law, all were difficult to deal. Because old age people, they will not bend to your fruits. They have their own way. Very difficult to deal with them. And we cannot be angry with them also. We cannot shout and scream at them at all. Okay? It is so difficult, you know. So that's why we have to understand from the pages of the Bhagavatam, you know. So that's why we should not think that we are maintaining the illusion. A Puranjana ka illusion, Kripanadi. He was lamenting. What will happen? हम जाएंगे तो क्या होगा क्या होगा? Krishna देखेगा. Krishna is maintainer. Sarvaloka Maheshwar. Krishna is the maintainer. Sarvasya Dataram Achinta. Data means what? Maintainer. And that's what Arjuna says. Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Roop. Kavim Purana. Krishna himself says. Anusat Anur and Anusmar. Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Roopam. Sarvasya Dataram means I am the maintainer of everybody. Krishna is maintained. Krishna decided a super soul to leave the body. Nobody can stop him. Krishna has to leave. And that is a symptom. That is a symptom. Prabhuji's mother is. My mother-in-law, on the second day, fourth day she was going to go. On the second day, she refused coffee. She loves coffee like anything. She refused coffee. And she eats at least good curd rice. She took little three spoons. And she refused food. That means what? The soul is rejecting the food. That is an indication. I didn't tell my wife. This is an indication that the soul is leaving. That means the super soul directs the soul to reject the food. When you lose your hunger and thirst, automatically the soul is going to leave to the next body. This is an indication. The same thing happened. My uncle, 2009, he used to take at least 7-8 idlis. He's a voracious eater. And उसको 1 idli boya, 8 idli को reject किया. And within 4 days he left the body. This is a symptom. So and who is making you reject the food? This is Krishna. As a super soul, when the super soul decides to leave the body, it will leave. That's what we have to understand. And my mother-in-law was hale and healthy. I was worried about my father, mother, and my aunt. They are all older than me. But Krishna has taken whom to go, whom not to go, we don't know. They are completely bewildered. I was completely bewildered that how I never thought she will live for another 10 years, 5 years, at least. But she has gone. So this is how the material works. We are bewildered by this. Our intelligence is kripanadi. We are lamenting for what we should not lament. Nothing is in our hands. Lamenting, what is the use? The soul got liberated. She has a lot of issues, physical issues and mental issues. She left the body because she was with her husband for the last 50 years. And that separation is very painful for her. So that also becomes a big bondage for her. She was attached to her husband, and that's a problem. That's why we should get attached to Krishna. Okay? What is the Evam Manaha? Karma Vasham. Avidya Admani Pritirna Yavad Maiva Sudeve. 5, 5, 6 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Till the time we have love for attraction for Bhagavatam, Kripanadi. The Kripanadi is very, very important. Sochanda. When you have Mysore intelligence, you will lament. Okay? Kripanadi and lamentation goes together. Okay? That's what we have to understand. The best example from the pages of the Bhagavatam is Bali Maharaj. Because recently Bali Maharaj, Vamanadev incarnation was there, September 4th. So Bali Maharaj. So Vamanadev came and entered the arena. And Shukracharya, being a spiritual master, and he was protecting him very nicely. And so much protection was given to Bali Maharaj. And he was enjoying the remuneration, so much money. Like so many Purohits and Pandits, they are after your money. They will tell you, you do this Homa, this is bet for your daughter. When I'm for some of our children, they give them Prayachita and all. No? You do this Homa, that Homa, Sudarshana Homa, Navagraha Homa, this Homa, that Homa. They want a big remuneration from you. Basically to extract money from you. Okay? And then when they do the Homa, they were supposed to do the Homa. Some of them, they will recite only mantras, they will not do the Homa. They will take the money. Because if they do the Homa, it takes time. They have to put ghee, they have to put mantras. They will reduce the mantra. Cheating is going on. Same way, Shukracharya was very much interested in accumulating money. And then he told, you become Indra, you become Aswamedha Yajna, you become the conqueror of the 3 words. No? Unnecessarily poisoned Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was a devotee. Prahlad, but he poisoned him. And then because of the influence of the wrong association of Bali, even though he's a Brahmana, he was Kripanandi. And then what happened? Because he wants protection, he said, stop. Don't give charity to Vamana. He's Vishnu himself, he's going to cheat you, he's going to take all the 3 plantations. He knows everything, Shukracharya. बोला उसको मत दो और उसको शास्त्री इंजेक्शन बोल रहे हैं ये झूठ बोल सकते हैं ये झूठ बोल सकते हैं ये झूठ बोलता है ये झूठ बोलने के लिए बोल रहे हैं and then Bali Maharaj was Udaradi, was broader intelligence. He said, whatever I am going to give, let it go to Krishna. Accept kiya. And he was punished and he was sent to the hell. And this fellow Kripanandi, Shukracharya cursed him. He's cursed him like anything. His disciple, own disciple, he cursed him to go to Sutala planet. Krishna never interfered. Krishna said, I will not interfere with the person who is protected by Brahmins. So as long as they are protected by spiritual master, Krishna will not interfere. And that's why Aditi Mata was praying to Krishna. And Aditi Mata said that my Indra is suffering without position. At that time, Brahaspati told Indra, now you have to go incognito. Don't show your face now. You are not powerful. Time is not in your favor. And then Krishna himself says, Anukula Ishwara, 8:17-17, Vipragupta. I am giving the mercy to Vamana, to Bali Maharaj, because he is protected by Brahmana, Shukracharya. Unless he is protected, no. So Krishna knows. And then he goes very intelligently and begs. And he said, you have done devotion service. Your devotion service should not go in weight. 8:17-18, you know. Your devotion service है. So हमारा devotion service कभी waste हो जाता है. Because आत्मा के लिए करता है, नहीं waste हो जाता है. This is what we have to understand from the pages of the Bhagavatam. And finally, that is Kripanadi. And Udaradi is broad-mindedness. Bali Maharaj said, I can give anything to him. And he says, time is not good. Don't fight with Krishna's soldiers. Don't fight with the demigods. Because the time is not in our favor. He understood. And I lost the mercy of my spiritual master. Vipragupta is gone. Anukula Ishwara is gone. Dono chala gaya. Mereko mercy of Krishna is not there. And spiritual master Kas is there. So I cannot help it. I have to accept it. And that is Udaradi. He accepted. He was spanning the entire 3 worlds. No, uska itna vishadashaya, itna Udaradi, broader intelligence, that I will give Krishna the money. I will give Vamanadeva. Let him take. No problem. Let him cheat also. Vamanadeva was small Vadu. He was only 5-year-old. And then he was spanning the entire 3 worlds. No? It's cheating actually. And Krishna himself tells 8, 22, 28, 29. Chalai, I cheated you. I cheated you as Vamana. But still, he was Satya Sankalpa, where he was determined to give the charity. And that's why Bali Maharaj is glorified 24 hours. And then Sutala planet has become a heavenly planet. It's like becoming Indraloka. And Krishna says, I will be there 24 hours God. That is because of broader intelligence. Here, Puranjana is Mysore intelligence. This is what we have to understand from the pages of Bhagavatam, that we should not lament. And that's why Prabhupada writes in the purport, overly, the purport, Prabhupada says, what he says, the purport, that's very important point. You know, overly, 428, 428:22, Prabhupada says, 428:22. Prabhupada says very nicely, he says overly, you know, fully absorbed in thoughts will suffer after. This is the cause of the conditioned soul. When a child, you know, overly you should not do. Prabhupada says welfare and unfair conduct, none of this will help a person. So he says, carry out the sins, death must take away. The ultimate for its overly engaged in welfare activities. Overly engaged. Prabhupada said overly engaged. Ye both zaruri point, very important point. Just 2 minutes, I will finish the class. Overly engaged means, मतलब क्या है? हमारा स्वधर्म नहीं छोड़ना. हम तो शरीर लिया है, हमारा बच्चा है, हमारा बीबी है, हमारा फादर मदर है, हमारा मदर इन लॉ फादर इन लॉ है, उसका देखभाल करना हमारा कर्तव्य है. This you cannot avoid it. Overly attached नहीं होना चाहिए. That's what Krishna is saying. Prabhupada is very, 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 very supremely intelligent in writing the words. No, overly attached. You know, he says overly engaged means too much we should not do. That's like Puranjana, we should not do overly engaged. But we have to do. We have to take care of our Swadharma. We have got this body. I have to serve my parents. I have to serve my wife. I have to serve my son. This is my duty. Amara Swadharma, occupational duty of the body. And the occupation duty of the soul is to chant the holy names of Krishna and engage in bhakti. Both has to be done. And how it is to be done? It's up to you to decide. Okay? And how to do it? How to do the material activity as a spiritual? You do the service and don't expect any result and offer it to Krishna. Krishna gives the formula. Your material activities, your bauddhic activities, material activities, or illusion activities, or illusion and material activities also factual. It's not illusion. Material activities and spiritual activities can go together. Your material activities can be spiritualized. Krishna gives the formula in Bhagavad Gita. Brahmanya adaya karmani sangyam tattva 5.10 number. Brahmanya adaya. You get attached to Krishna. Adaya, resign your material activities. Don't expect anything. You serve the parents and don't expect anything from them. Sangyam tattva. Please remove association for that attachment for the work. You do the service and leave it to Krishna. Krishna will take. Parodya. Lippatena papena. Then no sins, no karmas will be attached. You become akarma. And akarma is very important for these matters. Akarma is very, very important. And if you see, Amara Krishna has given them 5 Panchabhuta. Air is giving us. Is he coming and taxing us? Vayu Bhavan is coming and telling you, please pay me money? No. Water is coming free, but only the government is charging. Varuna Bhavan is not coming and asking you, please give me, because he is giving. Okay? He is doing his duty. So, and he is not expecting anything. Varuna Bhavan is not expecting. Indra Bhavan is not expecting. Vayu Bhavan is not expecting. They are doing the service for Krishna, for the pleasure. And that's why what has happened? Sangam tattva karodya. They are not attached or anything. Sangam tattva. Lippatena papana. Padma patarema. Just like a lotus flower. So, your material activities can also be spiritualized when we offer everything to Krishna. Your material activities towards your mother, father, and everything. All this should be taken. And that's why we should take Krishna Prasad. We should not take outside Prasad. All this. So, material activities and spiritual activities, devotee ka nahi hai. एक ही activity है, वो devotional service. That whatever we do for mother and father is also devotional service. And they are also part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is there in their heart. Why not to serve them? And that is the ultimate goal of life. To see Krishna in everybody. No? Correct or not? No? Krishna says you have to see me everywhere. That is the highest goal of a pure devotee of the Lord. That is what we have to see. Krishna conscious, Prabhupada gives the definition of Krishna conscious means to see Krishna in everywhere. That is the Krishna conscious. You should see in your father, mother, your sister, everywhere we have to see. That is the ultimate goal of life. We will stop here. Okay? So we should not be Kripanati, we should be Udarati, broader intelligence. Just like Bali Maharaj, ready to sacrifice everything for Krishna. And ultimately, don't be a Puranjana, become like Bali Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Thank you for sorry for taking extra time. If there are any questions, clarifications, any objections, please tell. If I have offended you, anyway, please forgive me. Vancha kalpadurubhascha, kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. As usual, I have exceeded my time. Usually, I go up to 8:50, 8:55. Now, I have decided, I was conscious that I should finish at 8:40. Even though I prepared, so many points are to be told, but we are controlled by time. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Sajjan. It was a wonderful class, and the Nectarian should come continuously. But of course, we have a limitation of time. But grateful to you, Prabhu. Wonderful lecture. Yes, Tulsi Prabhu, you have a question. You may ask. Any devotee have any points, comment, or anything?
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, Mother.
प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। प्रभु जी आपकी क्लास के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। प्रभु जी मैं कुछ हिंदी शब्द इस्तेमाल कर सकता हूँ?
हिंदी प्रभु जी मैं तो मद्रासी हूँ, मैं तमिल ज्यादा मालूम है। हिंदी प्योर हिंदी I cannot understand. I will try to understand. If you can speak in English, it's good.
Okay, प्रभु जी, I will mix with the English.
Yes.
प्रभु जी जब एक भक्त का जीवन निर्माण हो रहा होता है, when we form a life of a devotee.
Yes.
Prabhuji, what parts should be involved? As first we start with sadhana bhakti, and we learn the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Then we become keen in giving the lectures, and we start the prachar kriya, bhakti prachar kriya. Then we go in the vanprasth and sannyas. Suppose someone is keen in music and he keeps doing the services by kirtan and bhajan, like Vaishnav bhajan. Then he goes in Vaishnav. Then he goes in vanprasth and sannyas. What type the devotee should form his life in the old age and other parts of the life?
Yeah, Prabhu, ये बहुत अच्छा question है, very important question. Okay, now Vanaprastha and Sannyasa इतना आसान नहीं है. Okay, so because we are all conditioned souls, we have got family commitments and all, no? So as a Grihastha also we can leave back to Krishna. Just like Sudama was a Grihastha but completely detached. वो तो चला गया. Bali Maharaj was a Grihastha. Prahlad Maharaj was a Grihastha, but he was a devotee. So devotee बहुत important है. ये अब ब्रह्मचारी में है और वानप्रस्था में है, सन्यास में जरूरत नहीं है. सिर्फ डिटैचमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मतलब संग त्याग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वी डू आवर एक्टिविटीज इन डिवोशन सर्विस, then that life becomes fully pure devotional service. There is no need for you to go to Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha, there are some exceptions. Prabhuji's mother. For example, एक डिवोटी था गौरा सुंदर प्रभु. उसको तो उसका फादर लगाया वो एक मेडिसिन शॉप में बेचने का. वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता. उसका मन में आरती करना है, प्रसादम करना है, भोग करना है और डेटी सेवा करना है और संगीतन करना है. उसका फादर इतना मेहनत करके टेम्पल से खींच के बेला. वो उसका फादर आया, मेरा महाराज को बात कर रहा है. महाराज को बोला, महाराज मेरा बच्चों को छोड़ दो टेम्पल से, उसको दूसरा काम कर दो, उसको पैसा चाहिए, वो ऐसा कहिए ऐसा ही. महाराज बोला ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज ही सेड दैट यू आर टेकन अवे माय सन. Maharaj said, I am not taken away. He has come here on his own. I am not forcing anybody to come to the temple and become a devotee. No, हमारा प्रेशर नहीं है. महाराज बोला है मेरे को उसको 10,000, 5,000, 7,000 में उसको खर्च करना पड़ेगा. उसका प्रसादम करना है, उसका ड्रेस बनाना है, उसको सोप खरीदना, ये सब मैं खरीद रहा हूँ. ठीक है, मेरे को 7,000 खरीदने का जरूरत नहीं है. अब लेके जाओ आपका बच्चों को. तो लेके गया और मेडिकल शॉप में यहाँ 2 दिन में 3 दिन में वापस आया टेम्पल को. एंड उसका फादर को बोला मैं विनती करता हूँ, मेरे को मन नहीं है मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में रहने, मेरे को इधर ही काम करना है. एंड देन इधर आया, महाराज को देखभाल किया. और महाराज क्या बोला है ना, महाराज बोला है, महाराज not only arranged for his physical well-being, taking care of the temple, Maharaj called his father. He said that since he is going to be full-time devotee, but there should be protection when he's old age. Old age का protection होना चाहिए. I cannot spend money from the temple for this bachelor. I cannot buy property for him. I don't have any authority. This is ISKCON money. I have to spend for ISKCON. So आप पैसा खर्च करो, उसको land खरीदो, उसको दे दो. And he forced his father to buy a land for 2 lakhs in 1997 or 2001. Now उसका price है 1 crore. ये same land is 1 crore now. 1 crore का property है उसका. महाराज बोला है उसको 1 crore तो बहुत पैसा है. उसको बेच देगा, 1 crore मिलेगा, 30% tax, 70 lakhs, 7%, almost 4,90,000 rupees per month, per annum you will get, which is about 40,000 rupees. 40,000 rupees, टेम्पल में रहना, टेम्पल प्रसादम सब कुछ खाना है, उसको क्या चाहिए? बहुत पैसा. उसके बाद मोबाइल है, सब कुछ है, बेच सकते हैं. महाराज प्लान लाइक दैट. इसको तो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में फिटिंग नहीं है. हम लोग ऐसा नहीं है. हम लोग तो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं. So Vanaprastha sannyasi is not for everybody. Prabhupada made so many people sannyasis because he wants to start the movement. उसके लिए कर किया है. And you can see all Jayapataka Swami, Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, Radhanath Swami, they all become brahmachari sannyasis. They have dedicated for the last 70 years fully Krishna conscious. Because these people, Prabhupada identified pure devotee. They were identified as pure devotees. And that's why he picked them up. And then they become the devotees. And now they are spreading Krishna consciousness everywhere. Jayapataka Swami, he's traveling. He has got all the problems. His lung is transferred. His kidney is transferred. His intestine, liver is transferred. Everything is outside. And then he is traveling all over the world, completely bewildering. He cannot be alive at all. If anything done to normal people, he will die. But he is Krishna conscious 100%. And he is initiating people. Recently, my cousin's children were initiated in Malaysia. So this is how these people are pure devotees. You cannot expect everyone to become like that. So no need to think like that. You have to do sadhana. You have to do everything. When Krishna wants, this Vanaprastha will come, and then Krishna wants, you can get to this. Not everyone can become. Don't think that everyone can become unless you are firmly fixed to leave the family. Otherwise you neglect the family and go to the temple. That is not good. I am telling you in ISKCON also, some young children, They are motivated to go to the temple and become, and they throw 15, 20 lakhs to the father and mother and go to the temple and become devotees. And then after a few years, they get married also. And then leave the father and mother, leave the temple also. That is not good. That is very dangerous. Because bhakti bhi chala jayega, father and mother bhi chale jayega, that's not good. So, isliye, unless one is fixed, they cannot do. Like Radhe Shyam Prabhu, Gauranga Prabhu, and then Gaura Gopal Prabhu. They are all bachelor sannyasis. They are pure devotees. So, they are able to do it. Not everyone can become like that. Very few people can become. So, सबको एक्सपेक्ट मत करना वानप्रस्था हो जाएगा, सन्यासी हो जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. गृहस्थास होना चाहिए. We have to be grihasthas. I am a grihastha even today. I am taking care of my father. I am taking care of my mother. I am taking care of my aunt. I am taking care of my wife. I am taking care of my son. I am taking care of this. This is very important. And then doing the reverse service. Krishna is happy with me. That's what I am thinking. Don't worry about that. I have to become Vanaprastha sannyasi. Then only I become a devotee. No. How many people? Parikshit Maharaj was a grihastha. Bali Maharaj was a grihastha. Prahlad Maharaj was a grihastha. You take Prithu Maharaj was a grihastha. Everybody was a grihastha. But they were not like Puranjana. They were not attached to anything. They were completely detached. And that is what is important. Detachment should be in our heart. And that will come with pure devotion service. Not that we should run away from this family and go to the temple and become a devotee. It will never happen. I will tell you one case, classic case, एक devotee था, Abu Dhabi में, मेरा friend था. He was very good in networking and access and whatnot. He was brilliant, super brilliant, but he cannot speak English very nicely. He is from South India, Tamil Nadu. And he was given so many offers there in Abu Dhabi. He was in Abu Dhabi for some time and then he went to Dubai. He was getting big money, 20,000, 25,000 dirhams now. He was just 28 rupees, 28 years old, He was getting 30,000 something. 30,000 dirham for a bachelor is unimaginable. But he lost his brother, he lost his mother, he lost his father. And somehow he decided to go to the temple. He joined the temple. And he could not tolerate the situation. And you won't believe it. He left the temple and he came back to his grandmother and stayed with them. Grandmother and grandfather. Grandfather died and she was staying with them. And somehow other he went to Mayapur, and somehow other one of the devotee arranged for a marriage. He said, I was determined not to get married. He said, I will not marry at all. He took a determination. So, I will not get married because he was frustrated with material life, because his mother died, his brother died, young age, and father died, all engaged, they died, That's frustrated him actually. I didn't want to engage in the material life and entangle myself. And finally, he got married to a Puri, Odisha girl, and they are settled very happily. They got a child also in Mayapur. He's settled. Nice devotee. I'm in touch with him always. Any computer problems, any problems, he does it. So, you cannot expect everyone to go to pure devotional service. Go to the temple and no need. Wherever you are. Sthane sthita sudhigata tanuman manobir. A prayasa ajita jito apyas taistaloki. What is that? Jnana prayasa. Brahma is telling this verse in his prayers in 10th canto, 14th chapter, 3rd verse. Jnana prayasa udapasa namante eva jivanti sanmukaritam bhavati evatam sthane sthita sudhigata tanuman manobir. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the best example. One Brahmana met him in South India and he said, I want to leave the family and come. No. He said, he told this verse, Sthane sthita sudhigata. You sit in your own house and do devotional service. You will go back to God. And that person went back to God. Sthane sthita sudhigata tanuman manobir. By your mind, body and words. A prayasa. That prayasa of engaging in the devotional service and also taking care of the material life. What happened? Ajita jitu. Ajita, one who cannot be conquered. He can be Ajita. He can be Jita. Ajita Jita. He can be conquered. So this is what we have to understand. So no need to think that I have to become a brahmachari, I have to become Vanaprastha and Nanyas. Don't think like that. Everybody cannot be like that. You cannot become a Gauranga Prabhu. You cannot become Radhe Shyam Prabhu. You cannot become Prabhu who is in Dwaraka. What is his name, Prabhu? I forgot his name. Who's dedicated, no? Excellent preacher. What is his name, Prabhu? No, that Prabhu with Chashma and all who is developing the Dwaraka temple, Gopalakrishna Maharaj disciple. And your Bhakti Anugraha Swami Maharaj, such an exalted person, Filipino devotee. He's a born Filipino. He's now initiating sannyasi. Such an exalted. You cannot become like that. And he knows Bhagavatam, flows like anything. Bhagavatam realization. That persons are unique. Souls, they are pure souls. We cannot be like that. Don't try to imitate them. That will be failure. Okay? So, isliye to sthane sthita, you should be in your own position and try to do a nice devotional service, nice bhakti, nice austerity, and get detached from all these things. And don't, Bhagavatam is teaching us. You should not be like Puranjana. We should be like Bali Maharaj. Not a Kripadati, Udarati. That's the ultimate goal. Thank you very much. I think this satisfies you. Okay, Prabhuji. Please don't worry about all this. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much. I got the point. As the age goes in the Vanprastha or sannyas, it is not for everyone to follow the age for the that purpose.
100%. Yes, yes.
Be in your
Samajhena?
family. Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji, I got the point. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Prabhuji, as a small question, if there is no consistency, like the day, if it is very smooth, like many rounds I can do, but some days I wish to, but I am unable to. So, Prabhuji, for that, if I want also, sometimes the schedule is so hectic. So, how to manage that, Prabhuji, please?
Mataji, I don't know your practically how much time you allocate and all. Mataji, one way is Krishna is pleased by your austerity. Okay, your desire to chant is very good, but determination should come from within. Okay, Dhruva Maharaj was asked by Narada Muni, "You are a small boy. Why you get irritated? A Kshatriya boy, don't get it to your heart. Go house, go and pray and enjoy life." But he said, "I was determined to see Krishna." So determination, Dhrita Vrita, we have to have the determination, and that determination will come when you have the commitment. Suppose it is 12 o'clock in the night. I want to sleep. Just chant whatever the committed rounds. You are committed, say 4 rounds, 4 rounds, 6 rounds. Don't suppose if you are not able to commit 16 rounds, doesn't matter. You have small commitment, 4 rounds. That 4 rounds should be completed. That's what we should. We should have a small commitment. तो आपको तो घर में इतना काम होता है, ये होता है, ऑफिस में काम होता है, बच्चों को देखना है, ये देखना है, वो देखना है. मैं तो समझ गया. Because I was a Krsna, I know what are the problems: office tension, children tension, husband tension, sasur tension. All the tension will be there. Definitely dealing with sister-in-law, brother-in-law. All this will be tension. Definitely,
Yes.
nothing is smooth. Nothing is smooth. Dukkhalayam. It's a place of misery. So I'm also facing the difficulties now. So it is not going to be easy, but try to be determined and do some austerity. The minimum austerity you do, Krishna is pleased. Don't think that one day you chant 16 rounds, one day you chant 4 rounds. That is not. You chant 8 rounds, committed, continue that. And then try to spend some time for Bhagavatam also. Try to read the verses from Bhagavatam. That will give you solace, Read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and do some arati, something like that, Whatever is possible, Suppose you are waking up at, say, 6 o'clock in the morning. Wake up at 5:30. Half an hour you get extra. Then you can chant the 4 rounds or 8 rounds. So try to wake up early. Do the austerity. Little bit. Not that you can stretch too much because you are
Thank you
stressed with
so much, Prabhuji.
Okay? Little stretch you have to do. That's what, And that stretch Krishna is going to be pleased. Krishna is not asking you that, like Brahma, sit in the lotus flower for thousands of years with the choppy winds and waves and nothing is there. No, nothing to associate. Not like that. So you do little whatever as a Grahastha. And that's what Krishna sees. Krishna sees that you are engaged in devotional ways. मेरे को मन में लगाना है ये आत्मा के लिए कुछ काम करना ही पड़ेगा. मैं करता हूं, कभी कभी करता हूं, ऐसा नहीं है, करना ही पड़ेगा. You understand the word padega? You will understand it better. Okay? Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Sajjan, Priya, Prabhu, thank you so much for the wonderful class, especially the question answer session. So we will pay our obeisances to all the Vaishnava by paying offer obeisances.
Vancha kalpudra.
Vancha kalpatrubhyasya kripa sindhu eva cha
Patitanam pam Vaishnavabhyo namo.
Shirada
Rakshini Mataji, how are you, Mataji? Rakshini Mataji, she was also managing some time. How are you? How are you?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam. Good Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Okay. Where is our Pant Prabhu? Where is he, Prabhu?